Hey, what's going on? Welcome back, I guess, to LBNR. And I don't know. I think I have my list of stuff here to talk about. I don't know, but anyways, I'm sitting on my bed because I don't want to sit on that annoying stool that keeps squeaking unnecessarily. Like when it doesn't need to, it starts squeaking, and then when I try to make it squeak, it like doesn't. So I guess it's mixed emotions for that. Um, for the stool. I already forgot what it's called because I just got back from a walk. Um, I came from Valley Village and there was like a bunch of people there. Obviously they were like Halloween shopping, but anyways, like I was looking for a costume for myself because I want to get into the spirit this year, and I haven't wore a costume since 1980, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago I tried to make a costume, but I failed. Um, no, 5 years ago was the last time. I remember this one year we walked around the whole community like we literally went house to house because sometimes we don't go to house because some of them are just like dark and sketchy and we don't want to die. So, um, Starbucks, man. Um, yeah, we didn't want to like go to every house and because some houses were already out of candy and like that was like in my childhood that's what depression feels like is when a house runs out of candy. I don't know why I can't speak. Especially when they have like the good ones, like bite size Snickers or bite size Kit Kat, or especially Coffee Crisp. I love Coffee Crisp. I think during that time, I'm gonna turn this fan off. Sorry if you hear that. Um, Basically that time I was into like Coffee Crisp. Then a couple months later, I discovered this chocolate called Crunch. Probably know what that is because the chocolate literally has the letters embroidered on it. So I had that, and then like I instantly fell in love with that because it's because like those little rice pieces in the middle with that chocolate. It's just so good. Like it's so good. You don't understand. It's so good. Um, Even like there's some chocolates like they're wrapped up and there's like little rice grains in the middle or whatever. And those ones were like Christmas chocolate, I guess. Oh no, those were Halloween chocolate as well. I'm just going off about Halloween. It's coming up next Monday, so I guess I will talk about it. Um, well, yeah. Anyways, I was looking for a costume, and like there was so much people there. Like they were all in the costume aisle. Only like in the measurement of 4 quarters, only 1 quarter was around the store. The other 3 quarters were around the costumes. And of course, people took their kids there to pick out costumes. Because it's like I don't know what's today. 4 days until Halloween. 4 days, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I guess when I mean I think tomorrow I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and go. I want to try and go buy a costume because what's wrong with dressing up? 20 years old and I still feel like I need to wear a costume. Like I need to get into the spirit of Halloween this year because I've been like too mature, I guess. Like I really want to jump out of the habit, even though like dressing up is for everybody. Um, like I really want to dress up this year, but but the thing is, like if they have a costume I'm not satisfied with, then that'll be that'll kind of suck. But I'll end up finding an alternative. I know I will. I always find an alternative for everything. Like that's Plan B. You gotta have Plan B for everything. Um, Back to the trick or treating part. The houses like where they let you dig in the bowl. Those ones are the best. But like I'm so nice, I wouldn't even take as much as I want. I'd probably just take a handful and just take off. Like I'll just feel guilty for like taking two handfuls or whatever. I don't know. Like um I don't mean to like boast about it, but I think I'm just like too damn nice, you know? Like I'm so nice, if somebody hit me with their vehicle, I'd probably ask them if they're okay, you know? It's hard, you know. It's hard being a nice person, but you know, it's worth it. It'll be worth the wait later. Speaking of that, like once, for example, when somebody else is like mad or whatever, and I'm mad, I'll ask them what's wrong, and they have to explain to me what their problem is first, because I tend to care about other people's feelings more than mine, and I know some people would say that like that's a bad quality, but to me, I guess it's a good quality. Like in a way, I know how I am. Like not to be full of myself, but like I care about myself. I love myself. But it's just when situations like that surface. Like I'll just ask them. I'm saying like too much. I'll ask them what their problem is, and they'll tell me. And if they ask me, I'll be like, no, I'm good. Because you know they'll be happy, and I'll be happy that they're happy. You know, like it makes me feel happy when other people are happy. Like seeing other people's smiles just makes my spirit smile, you know? In a sense, I guess. um yeah, I just came from Starbucks as well. Well, after I went to Valley Village because, you know, coffee. um well, I always get the same drink when I go there. I get the iced caramel mocha macchiato. Or, if they don't hear me right, they'll give me the iced coconut milk mocha macchiato. That's equally as good, but I'd rather have a caramel, you know? But, I mean, this coconut milk is so good as well. I just, I just love this drink. I won't try another one. I refuse. I refuse to try a different kind of drink. Because these are all I drink, you know? Well, every time I go there, like it's the only thing I'll order realistically. I mean, basically, because like it's the first drink I got recommended to me actually when I went there. Um, I think it was a guy barista who served me, and I was asking him like, I never been here before. What's your recommendation? And he said, why don't you try this? And like at that time, the iced coconut drink was new, so I was like, yeah, I might as well try that. Because you know I wanted a cold drink. I don't want a hot drink. The only hot coffees I get are from Tim Hortons because they make some bomb hot coffee, and I get cold coffee from Starbucks. It's like diversity. Hashtag coffee equality. um, but like yeah, any other regular hot drink I'll have is like, you know, Maxwell House, Nabob, Folgers, Tim Hortons, McCafe. But the only iced stuff I'll get is Starbucks. I refuse to have any other kind of iced drink. I don't know why. It's an addiction, I guess. I don't want to say it's an addiction, but that'll make it sound bad. But you know what I'm saying. It's so good. It's so good. Probably just made somebody go deaf. But oh well. No, I'm just kidding. Also, I went to a place called Mucho Burrito. I swear, it's the Chipotle of Canada, I guess. Since, like, do they have Chipotles in Canada? So let me Google that real quick. I was checking my, I was just checking my Facebook. Let's see here. What should I search? Should I say like Chipotle Canada? Chipotle Canada. There you go. And I'm gonna see if there's one in. Oh, they are in Canada. But where? Oh, okay, locations, location. 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 Um, where? What? Oh, it shows the locations. Ontario. Cool. It's only available in Ontario. I mean, that's what it says here. It's only highlighting Ontario. Do they hate us? Do they hate the Saskatchewanians? No, but this place, Mucho Burrito, like, it's so good. It's so awesome. If you could imagine, like, half a foot, I guess, or almost a full foot, that's how big the large or mucho burritos are. And regular, it's just a tiny bit, like, down from that. It's not even reduced that much. Like, the regular ones are, like, so huge. They're still big. And I know you're thinking dirty right there, but, like, regular sizes, it's like, they're so filling. I didn't even expect that. Expect them to be that filling. Because I thought they were just... I thought the regular ones were just going to be like those, I guess, like, kind you buy in a superstore. Or a supermarket. Like, that's the only thing I was thinking. Like, just those size of burritos. Like, I thought the regular ones are going to be that big, but, like, they're so huge. I can't stress that enough. Because, like, I went there for 4 times now, and they have this, like, dessert combo you can optionally have, I guess. And you can choose between 2 chocolate chip cookies and a brownie. So, knowing my fatness, I took the brownie. Because, brownies are good. And I didn't read the menu right. And it said hot Mexican brownie. So I was wondering, what's so hot about it? So I took a bite. It was so hot. Holy crow. Like, you couldn't believe it. I wasn't expecting that either. Because, like, the topping stuff or whatever, it kind of looked different. It kind of looked like vanilla or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, it looked different. So I was like, yeah, well, might as well try that. And I tried it, and my mouth was hotter than 2015. Even though 2015 wasn't my biggest year. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it's just adjusting. 2015. I guess that was my best year. Because there was like, well, it's not, I'm not gonna, what I'm about to mention, it's not because of that. But the reason why 2015 was my biggest year is because of a forest fire. Now hold on there. When this forest fire happened, we got evacuated from our community to this nice little place called Duck Lake, or Beardy's. You probably heard of it. And, I mean, you most likely heard of it. But anyways, we got evacuated there, which was like the best experience of my life. It was the best. It was better than, I mean, not better than going to Vancouver. I mean, they're kind of on par. Not really, I'm just saying that. But anyways, you get my point. It was cool. It was awesome. I've never experienced that kind of evacuation before, even though I've only been evacuated from my community like twice. It was cool. It was awesome. I think I talked about this. I'm pretty positive I talked about this already in episode 2. Episode 2 or 3. I mean, but if you never heard it, basically, these forest fires happened, and I told everybody, like, I know people are going to interview us, so if somebody's going to speak for us, it's going to be me. So I took the pedestal, I guess. So they're like, oh yeah, you should talk, media stuff. And I was like, it's because I'm a nerd. No, they didn't say that, but I'm just trying to make the story sound cool. But whatever. Anyways, like, these events happened. I was in a couple interviews, like radio interviews. I was on a couple television interviews, but it wasn't because I was talking about the fires. It was because I found a note in my pants. That's really the reason. And if you haven't heard this story, I kind of don't want to repeat it for some reason. Because, like, I don't know, I'm tired and even though I'm talking long right now. Never mind, I'm not going to make excuses. I don't have the note here right now, but, like, basically, I was out of pants to wear. So, I went to the donation stand, which, by the way, was filled up to the brim. And we actually requested for people to stop sending clothes. I mean, they requested for people to stop sending clothes, which was it's overwhelming, you know. And basically, I found this note in my pants when I was done showering, and usually when I get like new pants from like Value Village or any other thrift shop, I don't really check the pockets because I don't really expect anything to be in there. I mean, there was money in a jacket once, but that's a different story. Which you probably won't hear because I don't know. Because I don't remember, I mean. Anyways, I was reading this note and it said like, it was from this guy who heard about our situation, I guess. And he said that he was worried about us. He sent us pants in regards of a donation. It didn't say that, but I'm just saying that. Don't mean to modify the story, but I'm only modifying it because this guy was like one of the greatest people I've ever met. Basically, it showed his like name, address, and stuff, and he wanted to meet the person who got that pants. Like, that's crazy. I mean, it's not really crazy in that sense, but that's awesome, you know? Because, like, usually when you get an article of clothing like that, they'll just be like, oh, I'm going to donate this pants. That's it. And, like, what's going to come out of that, you know? So, basically, what the hell? I forgot. I'm trying to remember here. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just holding the microphone away from my mouth because I don't know volume levels because I'm not an audio expert yet. No, just kidding. Yes, I am. Where was I? Oh yeah, we seen this. I seen this phone number. I seen this name. Seen this address. So the first thing I did was like I put on all my clothes, obviously, because I don't want to run out naked. I went out to the front. I borrowed my sister's phone because I had it on me at the time. Because I was trying to call him, and basically everybody was like, "Oh, what's wrong? What happened? What's going on?" So, like, obviously because I'm running out the lobby, I gave them the note, and they read it. And while I was outside, I think they were like kind of struck by it. So I was like making my effort into trying to call this person, which, by the way, his name is Darwin Gardapi. Shout out to you if you're listening. I mean, if you ever listen. No, I'm playing, but yeah, I was like trying to get a hold of him. I was trying to inbox him. I was like, damn, because I couldn't make it at the time. Like, I didn't know he was a busy person until I met him. So, yeah, anyways, things happened, and then everybody was like, they were like, "Oh, that's pretty awesome. Oh, that's cool." And one of the workers there, one of the workers who provided the evacuation site, I guess. I didn't even explain that part. Basically, there was workers. They were cooking for us. They were putting up donations for us and that. So anyways, shout out to them as well, because they are the greatest human beings in the world. When all of this happened, like, I think in a 3-day span, one of his relatives who actually was in the center place there, she was like related to him. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. And like, I didn't know they were trying to set up a meetup between me and him. And I was speechless when I met him. I was like, hey, how are you? And I just gave him a hug. And I don't know, it was the best feeling ever. Like, because I wouldn't normally expect somebody wanting to meet somebody from a note in a pants until I realized you can make somebody's day by performing the smallest favor, and that'll just make their day, their month, their week, their year. Anything could happen. You just gotta believe it. And before that, I didn't believe anything at all. Like, I had no hope for anything. I had basically, I was really negative before that. I mean, before I learned that lesson, so to speak. And yeah, I wish I would have stayed there longer. Because, things were happening to me. And then, like, there was those interviews. I was on a podcast. There was TV interviews. I think half of the interviews they wanted to know about the fires, but most of them they wanted to hear about that story because it is awe-inspiring, I guess. And I believe them when they say that. Like, it really is inspiring. It really is inspiring to me, to other people. I like sharing that story. As long as I have the note on me, it'll be easier to explain, because I'll be able to read the exact words he wrote down. And basically, me and him had an interview in Saskatoon, like in the same room. And that's the same thing we did in Duck Lake too. We had an interview in the same room. And basically, he told his side of the story, I told my side of the story. His side was basically he wanted to do a good deed and just like donate a pants because he's, a good-hearted person. And that resulted in us meeting and this story that I spread with people. And I really want to spread this message all the time because I believe people can find hope in like some story. But this ain't some story. This is a story. This is the story to what I learned about small favors that could literally like probably save somebody's life. And this was like the second time I told this story, which is good for me because, some people don't hear this story as much anymore anyways. And yeah, I just wanted to tell that story because I love that story. It's like, it's not only my story, it's his story, it's our story. And I'm pretty sure whenever he gets a chance to tell it, he tells it. Like, my side and his side. And I tell his side and my side as well. Just wanting to do a small deed for somebody can really change their life. And the way they think. He's one of the reasons why I came back to college. He gave me hope. He gave me this confidence in wanting to get out there and do these kind of favors. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. I hate being tired. I know this is gonna sound typical and like, yeah, typical to other people, but like, I'm so tired in the day all the time, yet my mind plans the biggest party in the world at night. Did I say I'm tired in the night? And if I don't know. I'm tired. It's like a miracle getting tired at night for me, because I'm the most hyperactive person ever at night, and then in the morning I'm just like half dead and wanting to die. But you get my point. I don't know. That's weird though. I wish it was the opposite. If it was the opposite, like, there wouldn't be no complaints about waking up early. Like, I don't mind being an early bird. That's makes me figure out my time in the morning. Like, I get up every day at 6 minus weekends, because I want to do stuff in the morning before I go educate myself. And yeah, like waking up 6 in the morning, it's not that bad to think about. It's just in the winter, it's just like the worst time to wake up in the morning. I hate waking up in the morning in winter. Just wake up so cold and just think it's nighttime, still be tired. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. But the season itself, I love it so much. Like, when the ground is solid white, then you start walking around, like going for night walks, and then it's like lights or heavy snow, but not windy at all. Those are the most beautiful nights you could go for a walk. Like, I love winter with a passion. Just not waking up in the mornings. That's like just be thinking it's nighttime. Well, back to bed for me. And I don't look forward to waking up at 6 o'clock in those times. But, I gotta do what I gotta do. I came back for my second chance. I'm gonna succeed. I'm positive in myself. I'm going to graduate. I may not graduate with a perfect grade, but I'm going to graduate. I'm gonna get my certificate. I'm going to university. I want to go to university. Since right now I'm doing stuff like behind the microphone, I mean, right now I'm in front of one, but like the program I'm going to, like, I'm behind the microphone, I'm behind the camera. Like, I know I won't find fun in that forever. So what I want to do is be in front of the camera. I want to be in front of the microphone. I want to, like, write my own stuff. I wrote a script already. I mean, not really a script, but it's just like an excuse of a script. I want to write it like wholeheartedly and act it out early spring or whenever it's warm, because it involves like the water. I mean, not in the water, but by the water, and I really want it to look nice. And like I want to have my friends to help me. I want them to be my actors. I want one of them, or at least a couple of them, to be a camera person. I can teach them angles. Like, it's easy. I can teach them the timing. I can teach them the type of shots they can do. I can teach them, a variety of things. And, me teaching would be the weirdest thing ever, because I don't really look at myself as a teacher. I mean, I have knowledge. I have experience of things, but I don't really look at myself as being a teacher type of person. I may have taught like little life lessons to whoever I was with in the past, I guess, and they say they learned from me, and like I can't believe that, because I'm like the worst type of teacher. I don't even take it seriously. Like the other day I was telling my friend how to write a script, but like I'm not saying he's complicated, but it does a rough process, I guess. But I think he got it done. I think he's getting it underway. They're supposed to be doing like this video for safety. It looked like a car crash safety or whatever. But I can tell it's gonna be good. I believe in him. One last thing to talk about. One word replies. One word replies. I hate one word replies. Like, that's my biggest pet peeve. I know other people could keep a conversation with like just one word, because the receiver can respond to that like nothing. Like if somebody says, "Oh, cool," or if they're just talking about, "Oh, nothing, I'm just chilling here drinking my coffee," and then they're just like, "Cool," and then this person's like, "Yeah, McCafe is my favorite." See, that's an easy example. And then they'll be like, "That's cool," and then the other person will be like, "What kind of coffee is your favorite?" And then they'll be like, "Tim Hortons," and then they'll be like, "Oh, okay, cool. I used to like that. I mean, like, I still like it." And then the other person was like, "That's awesome." Like, how am I supposed to keep a conversation to that? Like, I don't want to call anybody out either, and I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not trying to be an asshat, but I just really think people should know how to keep a conversation if they want a message. And this is the reason why I miss talking on the phone. Real, actually, speaking on the phone was like one of my favorite things ever, cause you just can't say one word on the phone, otherwise you'll just like it's kind of the same texting, like like if somebody I say like too much, damn, um, basically if somebody is texting just one word, you can feel, you can hear, you can kind of get an expression of that just one word. Like, how the hell am I supposed to reply to cool, awesome, fun? Oh, how? How? That just complicates me so much. I get pissed thinking of it, because I used to get one word replies like a ton. I kind of miss when like everybody was social. Like they didn't give a damn about who, what, when, where, and why. About all those things. I mean, when everybody gave a damn about those 5 Ws. Just be like, oh, what are you doing? Nothing, just watching a movie. What about you? Nothing, just laying down. What kind of movie are you watching? Oh, I'm watching Pulp Fiction. Oh, that's my favorite movie. Yeah, me too. I started liking it 2 years ago. Oh yeah, I just got into it last year. Oh, what's your second favorite movie? The Titanic. That was, I don't know. But see, you know how that conversation is? You can just keep it rolling. It's easy to keep a conversation going. I know some people aren't like quote unquote open with their conversations because they don't want to say the wrong thing. Go ahead, say the wrong thing. If you want to be social, just say anything you want. Just like make sure not to be mean. That's the other thing. And have fun with it, You can have fun with anybody you talk to. Even if it's just a stranger, you just like start a normal conversation with them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them what they're doing. Ask them what their favorite color is. Ask them what their movie is. That's the kind of things I don't see in relationships anymore either, because people will just go into it without even knowing each other. I mean, I learned that the hard way for like a year, basically, and we went on and off for 3. I mean, not really 3, but just like, talking, not dating. But anyways, that's the thing I don't get. Like, people won't want to get to know each other first before they're with each other. They'll just want to jump straight into it and just see where it goes from there. You know where it's going to go. It's going to go down, because you're not really going to put any effort into it if you're with a stranger, I just don't get that. If you can't wait a month, just don't do it. It's so dumb, I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's me being an old person, but I really hate when I see that kind of stuff. Just like get to know them, Ask them what their favorite drink is. Ask them what their favorite chocolate is. Ask them what their favorite song or movie is. And if they say, "Can you go to the store and get me a drink?" You'll be like, "Sure." And you'll know what drink to get. And that will definitely, it'll make them happy, because you know what their favorite drink is and they know what to expect. What are you going to expect if you don't get to know them, or if they don't get to know you? Like if you say, "Oh, can you get me a drink at the store?" Sure. And then they just like, I'm assuming this without them saying what kind, but if they just go to the store and you like Mountain Dew and they get you a Pepsi, how are you going to react? You're going to say, "Oh, that's fine," and you're just going to have minor hatred on them for like 5 minutes. That little hatred is not worth it. Just get to know them, Even if they say their favorite drink is water. Just simple as that. And if they don't like pop or whatever, just don't be against it. Because if they don't like pop, they don't like pop. And whatever food, like if they're vegan, they're vegan. You can't stop that. You can't just shove meat in their mouth. I mean, maybe when you get to that point. That's a dirty joke, but I'm gonna end off here. Anyways, I hope you like this. I guess you could subscribe if you wanna. Um, I'm not really good with outros. I'm not so good at this. Um, yeah, if you like this, then you can just like it. If you want to share it, then you can go ahead and share it. General feedback is always appreciated. If you wanna dislike it, then you can dislike it. If you wanna leave a comment and tell me what you think of it, then yeah, I'll be great. It'll basically tell me how I've done it, how you enjoy it and stuff, and maybe leave a comment of what subject I should talk about, next week, because that'll be cool. If like I guess whoever listens to this, if you want to leave a subject for me to talk about next week, I will write it down as well. And basically, if that opinion is different than yours, and I don't know, but anyways, yeah. I didn't have intermissions this week because I had nothing to talk about, and my mind went blank. But I think this Monday I'll put out an episode. So yeah, bye bye.